Yeah, this the Midnight Oil. Yeah, the only podcast dedicated towards challenging those daylight nightlight normatives. You don't control me, the sun. My name is Ryan Alexander Lee. Some people call me Ryan, some people call me Alex, but my phone keeps trying to call me about my car's extended warranty. I'm joined here by my co-host Ben Bennett. Ben, how's that car's extended warranty doing?
It's pretty fine, you know? I mean, if I keep wrecking my car, then why would I need to extend the warranty, you know?
That makes a lot of sense.
Using it.
Yeah. No, it's extending itself.
Yeah.
Joining us on the podcast today is my friend, your friend, Ben's friend, everyone's friend, Bennett Steenwick. Wyke, what's up?
Well, I was just waving, but then I realized I'm on a podcast.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm here. I'll verbally wave to those listening at home.
Thank you, Bennett. Welcome to the podcast. How have you been on a podcast before? This is
my first time on a podcast. I'm truly honored to
You're doing great.
to begin on such a highly esteemed establishment.
Thank you. That's flattering. And you're doing. It doesn't show. You sound like you've been doing this for a while now.
I appreciate
You
it.
seem like a pro.
You're doing it. You're doing it. How's the college life been, boys? We took a hiatus for the college to kind of settle in.
No, it's a settling, you know? Every day I wake up, and sometimes I'm like, man, I have to wake up and go to class. I could not, but I do.
It's really bad when that veil of society kind of like gets thrown off, and it's like, I control the strings now, baby.
I really don't have to go to class, but yet I still choose to anyways.
Why, Bennett? Why do you do that?
I find myself asking that question more often than not, to be completely honest.
I don't know. Well, I'm proud of you for keeping up that you know, that I say it again, the veil, the charade of society. We got to keep that thing running, otherwise I think it all falls apart. Probably.
Perhaps.
You know, maybe I'm looking at my imaginary watch. Is it about time we head over to the Ben event? We still don't know what to call this.
I don't either.
Yeah, do I? Ben, surprise me. Show me what wonders hide in Ben's mind, I guess.
There's many great and beautiful things up in my brain. And the one to have blessed us today is a little game show where I will ask each of you questions that I think that you won't know the answer to, but the other one will. So, to start us off, Alex, do you know who was in the World Series and who won? This is the most recent World Series.
You know, I don't. You probably think I know what sport the World Series is. Who is in the anyone who is in the world? Who knows who won the World Series?
Who's in and who won?
Okay, but the same. You want to know the winner, or if I can just get anyone who was in the World Series. This is bottom of the barrel. Oh my god. I'm deciding between two, for our listeners at home, two broad sports, like not sports teams, like I'm like, is it bowling or is it curling? Not actually. And I'm surprised I know mostly like which ones are like which are designated which sport. Who won the World Series?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god. I'm gonna go with what my heart says. I'm gonna submit, knowing it's not right, the Atlanta Braves. This is my heart. That's what The Braves better be Atlanta.
I don't believe it.
Wait.
That is
No.
That is right.
You're kidding.
That's crazy son of a gun, he did it.
Is Atlanta Braves baseball?
Yeah.
Yes! I'm so smart. I was like, is it baseball or is it football? Football is the world championship?
Close enough.
I did it.
See,
Bennett,
really
Bennett, who did you think was who won the World Series?
Well, here at Auburn, the Atlanta Braves are basically the hometown team, as they are the closest in proximity, more or less, to Auburn. So, I did know that the Atlanta Braves won the World Series, as the entire city of Auburn celebrated it.
My heart is right every once in a while.
I did consider asking you if you knew what sport the World Series was.
And I almost, it was 50-50. I was like, is it baseball or is it football? I can't believe it. This is a first. I knew a sport.
You've stumped me. Well, now Bennett, it's your time to shine.
I don't know if I can shine as brightly as Alex just did.
No, none of us can. Fear not. Bennett, do you know who the main enemy of Sonic the Hedgehog is?
You know, I feel like I could... In all honesty, no, I don't. But I feel like I can, like, picture, like, a cartoon bad guy, like, on, like, the Sonic, like, poster or whatever. But, you know, I really can't picture it well enough to to even make a guess.
You can't even give us like an ACT answer where like you kind of like piece together information in the hopes to get some kind of... I want to know what Sonic's arch nemesis looks like in the mind of Bennett Steenwijk. Like,
honestly, I can't tell if my image is just a really bad version of like Waluigi, which is not right. So I know that's not right. But that's like the image that comes to mind is like a mad scientist Waluigi with like the zigzaggy mustache.
Hey,
Not that far off.
That sounds like he got it.
Yeah, that's... Alex, would you like to give a name to this mad scientist figure?
Jim Carrey, Dr. Robotnik, the Eggman himself.
Ah.
Dr. Eggman.
I do remember Jim Carrey from like... I remember that they cast him in the movie now that you said it.
That was about the equivalent of my answer. And like... You had that a lot worse than mine. At least for me, like, people talk about sports around me, and like I can digest it subconsciously. I don't know how many people are coming up to you and being like, "Yo, Dr. Robotnik really lost in Sonic 06," which we said 07 last episode, and I'm embarrassed about that still.
You know, I kind of feel like if I were to have gained this information, it would have been in my time at Westminster. Just
truly
surrounded by the lads.
Well,
you know, I was closer than I thought, though.
y'all are both doing far better than I expected, to be honest. But Alex, I do not think you will be able to get this one. In all honesty.
Okay, hit me with it.
Mr. Lee, do you know what rapper had a diamond put in his forehead?
Yeah, this is gonna be another one of those Hail Marys. I know rapper names. I also know, like, I can build a bear a rapper right now and probably be right. Like, I know there are a lot of like buzzwords right now that if I just kind of punch them together, there's probably a rapper out there. Which rapper put a diamond in his forehead? May I ask, how big is this diamond?
Rather large.
It's a fairly sizable diamond.
$4 million worth of diamond, I believe.
Oh my god. Is he looking like Vision from like... Well,
Essentially, yes.
I'm gonna shoot a guess. Is it? It can't. Is it really? I feel like it isn't him. But I went with my heart last time. Is it? Is it my man? My man. I don't have a man. Is it Post Malone?
I'm afraid it is not. No.
Okay, that's fair. May I ask who?
Bennett, would you like to give him the answer to his conundrum?
The artist who put a diamond in his forehead he goes by the stage name of Lil Uzi Vert.
Hmm.
I'm a
Okay.
big fan of his music, to be completely honest with you.
I did know that was a person that existed, so
That is why I chose him.
that's good. Ben, you've done a very good job of cultivating these questions. Of like, these are balanced enough that we could possibly get these.
It was really hard trying to think of things that one of you would have like a good knowledge of, but the other wouldn't.
But also not like unfair. Ben, I salute you, but
You've done well,
continue.
Ben.
Continue forward.
I will also say Post Malone was a fairly good guess because he just kind of like, he has all the face tats. So like his face is covered in something, like in terms of like, you know, decoration, like a face tat or a diamond, if you will.
We could get him
So
like one of those.
I could
those
see
like.
I could see him having a diamond, to be honest.
We could get him one of those like bedazzle kits they give like 10-year-olds. He could probably work some wonders.
You probably could.
Well, Bennett, once again, we bring it back to you. And for your second question, who is the most subscribed to YouTuber? And I'm saying, like, not a company.
Okay.
I know that won't mean much to you, but it probably will to Alex.
He's saying the words.
So, I know this was honestly a while ago. 'Cause it was back when I was at Planet Fitness for whatever reason. I remember this. But there was the race between PewDiePie and T-Series. But I don't know if it's still current, but I feel like it would have been PewDiePie.
That is correct.
That is correct, Bennett. You are hip and jiving in the internet sector.
I am indeed. I just remember like the big race between PewDiePie, and it was like, is he gonna win? And people were really invested.
He held out for a while, but unfortunately, India is pretty big. And I hate to say that the entire country of India is subscribed to T-Series. It seems like they are.
Well, I believe it is all tied up now, going into the third question.
Oh my gosh, the tiebreaker.
Alex,
Okay.
what is a hang clean?
It was so simple. What is a hang clean? I don't even get a category. A hang clean, singular.
I mean, if you want it to be singular.
Oh my god. What is a hang clean? I feel so old, but like, this is fair game. I should know this. No, I've never heard this phrase before. Is it? That feels too easy, but I go with my heart. I'm gonna say a hang clean is like is a goodbye, and like it's the same as like a farewell and good honors to you, sir, in a more colloquial sense.
I like the spirit behind the answer, but unfortunately that's not it. Although we can try and make that a thing.
I really wish that was the right answer.
Bennett, would you edify me in what a hang clean could be? Hang clean, my good sir.
A hang clean is a compound lift that you can do at the gym, where you stand up with like holding the bar with the weight on it.
Got it.
And then you pull that weight up to where it's basically like resting kind of on like the front side of your shoulders.
I think I know what that is.
It's like they do it in the Olympics.
and they do like it's kind of like throwing the barbell up. Wait, it's not a
Yeah.
barbell because it's big dumbbell. Yeah. Okay. Well, now I know what a hang clean is.
Tally ho, good sir. Okay, so Bennett, now, do you know what the first movie in color was?
You know, my answer is gonna be The Wizard of Oz because I know that it goes from black and white to color, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's the right answer. It just means that they went from black and white to color.
Well, Bennett, I applaud you because that is correct.
Yes.
And I must admit, in my head, I go, I'm sure there was film developed and used before, like they've tested color film, but I had the same sort of like, oh shoot, I don't know what it is, but I'm gonna guess The Wizard of Oz. So Bennett,
Then I'm certainly in good company if I'm with Alex Lee's guess.
You've certainly trounced me. You've defeated me. You've bested me, sir, in my own court.
I think the only logical explanation is that you just edified me so well in our time together.
Oh.
Where I must have unfortunately failed to do the same. Regrettably,
Bennett.
of course.
Well, I have one more question for each of y'all, so.
Really? Oh, okay. So I thought that was it. No, there's more.
This is the final round. This is the one.
Oh my
for
gosh.
all the marbles.
I have a chance to redeem myself.
And this is a broader question too. This is not solely related to your interest. Mr. Lee, do you know what the first state was that is in the United States of America?
The first state?
That is correct. It's the first state.
I mean, like, they were the first 13. Wait, no, it's Delaware. It's Delaware.
Correct.
Yeah, baby. I read a lot of trivia books as a kid, and they're paying off. They're paying dividends, baby.
I always end up thinking it's Virginia, so I was hoping that would end up stumping you, but
I thought there for a second, but I remembered Delaware. Like, sorry to our Delaware viewers out there. I don't know anything about Delaware except like they call themselves the first state.
that's true. Well, Bennett, this could bring you a win right here.
You could do it.
This could do
Final
it.
question. Do you know what an alternator is? That is an alternator that would be in your car.
Well, so it's clearly a device that switches between several things. You could say that it alternates between them. I of course, I don't think I can tell you more than that, which is disheartening. I've heard it said before in car terms, but you know, it doesn't really win me anything to say that I've heard it before.
Well, Bennett, I really like the ingenuity of using the definition of alternator into incorporating that into your guess, but unfortunately that is not correct. Alex, you have the opportunity to come back and take this.
With a steal, I'm gonna call your bluff and say that nobody knows what an alternator is. It's just a term used by mechanics to add more money onto the bill.
Now, I like that guess, and if I was a mechanic, I would certainly be thriving right now with my made-up car terms, but unfortunately, an alternator is a real thing. And it is in fact the part of the car that keeps your battery charged while the motor is running.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
No, that'll
Clearly.
be $20 for it to be fixed right now.
Oh no. Today's episode is based solely on the fact that in the last episode, Ben really had me stumped with which came first. Today's episode, chicken. It didn't come. It came after the egg, by our standards. Gentlemen, and I think I know the answer to this one, so I'm interested. Where is the best chicken you've ever had? Okay, eaten. It doesn't have to be like one, not where your pet chicken is. Where have you eaten the best chicken of your life?
Bennett,
Oh,
I'll let you
Alex
go
Lee.
first because I think I know what you're gonna say.
I also think I know what Bennett's gonna say, and I'd want to hear it. I want to hear this love story firsthand.
So, of course, if you want to qualify between fast food chicken and like
No,
sit
best
down,
chicken.
just best chicken, period.
Where? Who? I mean, maybe not who. This is the best chicken you've ever consumed. Where is it?
Then I would certainly have to say Eugene's Hot Chicken at either of their two locations, or if you're lucky enough to find one of their two food trucks
In the Birmingham area.
in the Birmingham metropolitan
Birmingham,
area.
Alabama.
Yes, it is a delicious Nashville style hot chicken, delightfully breaded and fried and seasoned just how you need it. Not even how you think, but just how you need it. It will. The people working back there, they know exactly the heat that you need, and they make sure that you get it. And they serve it in many different ways. My personal favorite being their chicken sandwich, which comes with on a bun with nice coleslaw and pickles, and then their two chicken tenders, crispy and fried, absolutely delightful.
That was beautiful. That was touching. I kid you not. Like, I know I've said a lot of things. I didn't cry, but I teared up a little.
I'm getting sentimental just thinking about it.
It's beautiful. Ben, would you like to tell me where you've had the best chicken of your life?
I will. I mean, I don't think any experiences that I've had can top what Bennett has just so eloquently described to us, but
No, everyone's experience is their own, and I would love to hear yours.
I do believe that mine would be at the restaurant owned by Frank Stitt himself, Chez Fonfon, in the downtown Birmingham area. I, personally, am a big fan of grilled chicken.
Ooh.
I love it, and so I have gotten grilled chicken there before, and it is superb. It's perfectly marinated and seasoned. It's so deliciously chewy. It is the peak of grilled chicken.
I'm very glad you brought up grilled chicken. Grilled chicken is good stuff. It's amazing what a grill can do to that bird. I want to take this moment to almost thank Bennett, because I don't want to wax crescent. I think I used a phrase similar to that in another episode, and I still don't think I'm using it right. The best chicken I've ever had was at a friend's house alongside Bennett for his birthday. That was when Bennett introduced me to the love of his life, Eugene's Hot Chicken. And I will admit I was hesitant at first, because I've had fried chicken. It's the normal fried chicken. And when Bennett introduced me to what he said was hot chicken, and said he bought the mild flavor, I had a moment of doubt where I said, he's about to bring me some white boy chicken. If you're gonna serve me hot chicken why would you bring me mild? The other option was southern. And I was like, I don't know what does that mean? I was astounded. Mild is not mild. They're lying at Eugene's Hot Chicken. Mild it's not gonna melt your mouth off, but it packs a punch. I was shaken to my very core. It's the best chicken I've ever had. I keep coming back, despite the fact that I'm pretty confident they have buttermilk in the batter, and that's doing my tummy no favors. And this is actually a podcast. This is actually like a thank you to Bennett for just changing my life entirely. I do think about Eugene's Hot Chicken every day and think, wow, this is really good chicken.
I am glad that I could have had such an impact on your life, that I could have shown you the light, so to speak. Because I wear my Eugene's Hot Chicken shirt on the regular around Auburn. I am proud to rep the brand.
You're an evangelist of sorts.
Well, more or less.
And we've almost done the same here. Like, this is now a medium for the Eugene's Hot Chicken.
We have
to no benefit of our own. We are not being paid to say anything about Eugene's Hot Chicken. We're simply getting the gratification of knowing that another may feast upon the beauteous chickenry of Eugene.
And that's worth more than all the money in the world.
Bennett, you know the lore better than I do. Is there a Eugene? Is Eugene real?
I would imagine that there is a Eugene. We do know the guy who, we've met the guy before who owns it, which I believe his name is Zebby. But I would imagine, but if I had to make a guess, which I really don't know if I'm in a position to speak for Eugene's is the establishment.
Oh, Bennett, we speculate plenty on this podcast. You're at home.
But my speculation might have to be that the recipe may come from a Eugene, or just it's in the family, and then our dear friend Zebby decided that it could not be confined to just a family recipe, but it could be turned into a source of hope, a source of light for those around him. But that's of course my pure speculation. I would not want anyone to assume that that's speaking in pure factuality on such a heavy matter.
Gonna be honest, that's kind of all we do on this podcast is speculate and then treat it as fact.
I just felt as though this might not be something that should be speculated lightly upon. Just in terms of the weight of the content.
I apologize.
He's struck down for Eugene's blasphemy on the spot.
So I just wanted to clarify my
hypothesis.
my hypothesis as opposed to a claim.
How kind of you. We aspire to be more like Bennett every day.
That does have me curious, though. What is y'all's favorite fast food chicken restaurant?
Favorite fast food chicken? I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I hate to double down, but after Eugene's, they all kind of feel the same. You know, just a little. Like, if I had to make a pick, I enjoy Guthrie's. Guthrie's is probably very local. I don't imagine there are any Guthrie's. It's like Zaxby's, and it's so much like Zaxby's, which I guess is actually pretty local still, now that I think about it. It's the southeastern area. It's fried chicken, man. It's good. It's just good old fashioned fried chicken, but I don't feel like any place has a better claim on it than like anywhere else. Everybody can do the fried chicken pretty well, and like true innovation is where the chicken really stands out.
I might have to agree. I
Hmm.
I will say that I have been introduced and kind of indoctrinated into Guthrie's upon my arrival at Auburn, because there are several Guthrie's around here, and Guthrie's is quite fantastic.
Yeah, that's
No,
great.
nothing really beats the process and the experience of going through Chick-fil-A, because they can get you through like a wrapped around the building line in like 5 minutes, and of course it's God's chicken, if you will, as Chick-fil-A is the Christian establishment that it is.
Truly.
So I of course enjoy me some Chick-fil-A. It's also just kind of a staple of a southern diet. But as fried chicken might also be, I guess, if you really think about it. And
I will
then
say, I will let you continue, Bennett. Sorry,
well
I don't want to interrupt your chickening.
I was gonna quickly say that if you know that Pearson Black, Mitchell Jordan and myself did go through strictly the chicken sandwiches of several fast food establishments.
This is true.
And there is something to be said of the chicken sandwich from Popeyes. It is
Ooh.
truly special. But also going to Popeyes can be a very hit or miss experience. Like I tried to order the nuggets and came out with a box of tenders and paid twice as much and then didn't eat half the chicken because it was
Mm.
like way more than I really wanted. But the Popeye sandwich has something to be said for it. But my apologies, Ben.
We can return to that. I want to hear Ben's opinion. Fact. Ben's facts. I apologize.
See, that is just about what I was about to bring up, and it was a beautiful segue, because when I think of fast food chicken, I think of the chicken sandwich. And as the whole chicken wars, as Big Chicken Incorporated wants us to be invested in, rages on, I do think the best chicken sandwich for me has to go to Popeyes. It really is just unbeatable. It's got the texture. I think it has the best texture and breading of all the chicken sandwiches, the best flavor, and you can't discount the bread, which, while it's not chicken, adds to the overall chicken experience.
Hmm.
Of course.
I feel like Popeyes is very reminiscent of like old mythological curses, in the sense that there is great things to be gained, but there is a hefty price you pay, and I'm not just talking about the money. I will eat that spicy Popeyes chicken sandwich, and as I am gluttonously shoving it down my throat in the American way, I'm filled with glee. But then when I have no chicken sandwich in my hand, I can feel that rock in my gut, and it will chain me to this earth until it exits my body in a very dramatic fashion. Popeye's chicken sandwiches mess me up, bro. More so than any other chicken sandwich. I feel denser having eaten it, but they're pretty tasty though.
I think that the special part of the Popeyes chicken sandwich has to be the mayonnaise that they put on it,
Okay.
which could of course I guess lead to the additional pain of your chicken sandwich experience, Alex Lee.
I suppose.
But
It doesn't I don't know if it's the pain, but it's like it's very weighty. It feels very dense. I don't know if I could eat a lot of. I think I eat like a Popeyes chicken sandwich every quarter year.
I think that's fair. there's also not. There are Popeyes kind of close to Birmingham, but it's like not anywhere around at least my usual circle in Birmingham.
Hmm.
So I only really get it as I'm driving down 280. So it kind of becomes a special occasion to get
Oh,
this chicken sandwich because it's not a frequent occurrence in Birmingham. So then that makes it nicer as if I were to know that it would have the effect that it would have on you, of course. Then you only have it every now and then, so you're like, well, I might as well just enjoy it.
I like that. I like the occasion that a chicken sandwich can really bring us all together, you know? Over
it's beautiful.
special occasion. Now, Alex, I do have to ask you, what is your insight? Because you are the only one of us to actually have some culinary experience with chicken in the wild, if you will, from your time serving our great mistress, Mrs. Ashley Max.
Praise the Mac. Praise the Mac. To those outside of the circle of influence of the Mac, it's a local cafe, bakery shop that does some good work for the people. Are you wondering like the culinary cautions that poultry brings to the table? You looking for a little bit of education in the scariness of chicken?
No, just in general, and what in your experience, how do you show love and affection to the chicken so that it, in turn, is loved by all that consume it?
I mean, to give it that real love, like there's the very like basic love that you give to all human beings, and then there's like that special love that you reserve to only a select few. And we didn't really dip our toes. This is a really weird analogy. What I'm trying to say is, yeah, love the Mac, big fan of the Mac, but we were real simple folk. Pepper, salt, garlic, lemon. The special spice mix from Ashley Max. Please don't assassinate me, Miss Ashley Mack, for revealing your secrets. And it's good. It works. It works. But if you're talking about the love in the sense of like, you wash your hands, have a select cutting board and knives for chicken. Salmonella is nasty stuff, guys. When you're handling that chicken, make sure to be frequently washing your hands and only using the poultry cutting board for that poultry. Don't put the cooked chicken back on the raw chicken cutting board. That's a no-go. No fly zone, baby. Gonna get that salmonella all over that beautifully cooked piece of chick. It's nasty stuff, folks. Not to say that I've ever experienced it, but we keep it safe in the Mac.
I will say in regards to chicken, I would imagine that chicken itself would be a no-fly zone as they have been known to not be the most aviary of birds.
It's true. There are a couple. The ostrich too.
It's true.
Penguins.
You know, not to get political, not to get political. You know, we're all homegrown Southern boys. I was very intrigued to find out I hate to generalize, but the more, I want to say this in a respectful manner. No, those darn Northerners. But there's a stigma around Chick-fil-A that if you're not Christian and Southern, not very positive. Chick-fil-A is very not forward, but honest about their ideologies that don't align with other people's ideologies. I was very intrigued to find out there are a lot of people that don't like Chick-fil-A, but like their food. Like, Oh yeah, I ate Chick-fil-A all the time until I learned, which I suppose very noble. You know, you're sacrificing that love for the chicken for what you believe is right. That takes some. That takes some heart.
I'd have to agree. It's sad to think that people go without Chick-fil-A,
Hmm.
as it is a true staple of the. I'd say it's a true staple of the Birminghamian diet.
Yes, definitely. Definitely, definitely. I don't know. That was, a culture shock moment. I was like, whoa, people don't just inherently love Chick-fil-A. I felt like I was leaving the Matrix, baby. I was like, whoa, my world has been shook. My world has been shook. And now I'm shaking I'm rattling your cages now. Now I'm rattling your cages with that funky information that Chick-fil-A kind of scandalous. Chick-fil-A, there's some real Chick-fil-A tuffles and tussles going on out there. But not to get political. No. Not political.
We don't do that here.
No, we don't. No, we don't.
Well, speaking of politics, this has nothing to do with politics, by the way. Why do y'all think that chickens are associated with cowardice and like being scared? You know, like the classic little insult of like, "Don't be a chicken."
I think chickens are very tactical creatures. They know their battles. None of them. And I think, basic bimbos out there have difficulty distinguishing, true tactical genius versus general cowardice and fear. And I think that's sort of the idea behind it. Is your average Jim out there thinks chicken's a loser. They don't fight any fights. When real homeboys know, chickens know. They pick and choose. And when they strike hard.
Because I was gonna bring up, I don't know if you are aware or have seen this, but there is, I will not say chicken, but rooster fights. And I'm not gonna lie, it is very intimidating. It is also quite illegal and frowned upon by the vast majority of people. But it still happens, and they're legit, man. You do not want to mess with a angry chicken and or rooster.
I had no intentions.
They're certainly pretty creepy animals. I mean, this of course might come from the fact that my mom might also be scared of birds. Actually, I'm not scared of birds. My mom is scared of birds. But like, you think about it, like they have those like talons and stuff, and like it is kind of creepy. So then I guess it does beg the question as to why they'd be associated with cowardice. But I just wanted to put that out there. That in terms of rooster fighting, I have heard of it before, and it just kind of sounds terrifying to watch.
I like how you sandwiched that statement with two other statements. Like, what was it? It was like, yeah, my mother's afraid of birds, and rooster fights would be pretty scary to watch. Also, birds are really creepy, though.
I mean, they kind of are.
You sandwiched that statement with like two others, but that was the real meat. You had the top bun, the bottom bun, and the chicken in the middle. Like, I never thought. I like that was what was important that you had to say, but you wanted to cushion that with two other things and see if you could get away with it.
Well, I had to try and give my reasoning for it at least.
Fair enough.
It might not have gone as well as I'd hoped, but I tried.
I think the more you might be right. Like can't they look more than one direction? Like one I go that way and one I go the other way.
Yeah, I think
Possibly.
they can. Their eyes are kind of on like the opposite sides of their head.
And they're
They have a wide,
supposedly
wide
related to
range of vision.
dinosaurs.
That's
That
true.
is true.
I think we talked about that in the egg episode. There's gonna be a lot of references to the egg episode, but one thing we didn't talk about adds on to your scary belief. Have you heard? My parents still don't trust me after this because they think I'm fibbing. Have you heard that there was a chicken that survived more than a year without its head?
I've
I've
heard this, yes.
I don't know if I've heard this specific more than a year, but I've heard stories like that at least for sure.
I mean, it wasn't like it was out in the wild living a normal life. It had a tube, it naturally had a tube, and the guy would like drop seeds down the tube. But I want to say it lived either up to a year or like slightly longer. But like, it doesn't matter really how long it lived. It lived. Did it thrive? I don't know, but it lived. That's kind of weird. Like, cause like that's where your brain is, right? Last I checked, in the head.
It's
I've
where
never
mine is, I
actually seen
think.
it.
I think it's where mine is.
So like hypothetically, if you were fighting a chicken and you decapitated it, there's a possibility it still might have another 20 minutes in it, and like you could die in those 20 minutes.
You could lose to a dead chicken.
Post mortem. You could lose to a dead chicken.
I don't know if I'd rather lose to a dead chicken or a live chicken. Not gonna lie, it sounds kind of cool to get killed by a zombie chicken.
Ooh.
That is true.
I think it's kind of the idea of like, if you died to a dead chicken, you took it out. That's one less chicken menacing human society. You could go down as a hero. Zombie chickens, man. Do they taste better or worse?
I don't know.
Because if they're eating like chicken flesh to survive, that just means they taste even more chickeny.
That's true, that is kind of just chicken square.
And everyone knows chicken has a very distinct flavor. That's why you can, when you eat other things, you go, oh, it tastes like chicken, because it has such a distinct chicken.
Of course. It is a unique flavor for sure.
I'm trying to think if zombie chicken would be any more active and like than a normal chicken. If it'd be getting more exercise in its daily routine. I don't know.
Well, they do claim to run around.
That's what I've heard, but like I've seen some live chickens in my time, and they're pretty frisk. They jaunt about.
But a zombified chicken doesn't got much more going on mentally than a normal chicken. Oh, tap the mic, silly me. I see what you're saying now. See what you're saying.
So I don't know if the zombie chicken would it only run around when there's other chickens for it to chase and eventually zombify? If it's just by itself, does the zombie chicken just sit down and be sad and lonely?
Maybe the zombie chicken virus looks so normal that we didn't even know about it. Like, I haven't noticed any particularly alive-looking chickens recently.
Most of the chickens I see are usually fried and put on a sandwich.
And it seems to be increasing the amount of chickens fried I see on a sandwich, actually. Like, there's more of these, like, chicken areas.
I would say so.
It's spreading. It is spreading.
And I definitely kind of imagine a zombie chicken just kind of running in circles.
I could see that, yeah. You like, it's like heads cut off uneven, so it's a little way down on one side.
Yeah.
It's kind of just get stuck in a loop.
That'd be kind of cute though, for a zombie chicken.
I mean, in a creepy chicken kind of way.
What is a gizzard? Why are they in my chicken?
I have wondered that for a long time. It sounds like lizard, but I know it's not a lizard.
Did you learn that one the hard way or the easy way?
I mean, seeing as I still don't know what a gizzard is. I would imagine. I don't really know how I learned that it wasn't a lizard. Because I still don't know what it is. I just know that it isn't a lizard. But it's closely named.
Maybe they look kind of like, maybe they're like lizard adjacent?
Maybe the lizards gave them to chickens as a gift.
Aww.
It ended the Great Lizard Chicken War. It's
I remember that one.
peace treaty, you know.
That was in the required documents to make it through.
Yeah.
Yep.
And that's
They always ask like, do you want the gizzards removed? They don't ask if like, do you want the thighs removed? Do you want like that weird filmy skin removed? It's the gizzards in specific when you're doing a whole chicken. Which makes me wonder, like, it's called a gizzard. Who's asking for the gizzards? Who's like, yeah, give me that gizzard only chicken right now, man. Fry me up some gizzards. I want my Eugene's Hot Gizzards right now. Gregory's Gorgeous Gizzards. The competing Eugene's Hot Chicken location. Gregory's Gorgeous Gizzards.
While I have no clue what a gizzard is, I can surely say that if Eugene's fries it would be quite delicious. I'll make
Probably
my
would.
claim that while I might not know what it is, if Eugene's puts it on a plate, I'd eat it with confidence.
That's trust. That's trust right there. So, chickens are cowards, but
Correct.
if you see, oh look over there, in a respectful manner, of course. If you're looking very respectfully and say that's one hot chick, not coward. That's like, oh, she's a bombshell kind of woman, and I respectfully think she looks nice. I don't get the connection. Chickens aren't looking bombshellish to me.
Could it be in reference to the fact that we are scared to go up and talk to her because we're incapable of talking to women?
And we're incapable of talking to chickens. I've talked to like a girl before, but a woman? They kind of scare me.
Very intimidating.
And I don't know why I'm intimidated by them. Not like there's reasons to be, but like what are the reasons? I think it's just kind of like the whole like, and I'm like, oh, I don't got the
I'll
You know?
be honest, I have no idea what you meant with that.
I'm trying to figure it out too. I'm a growing boy, a growing lad, maybe an adult now. We're not talking about chicken anymore, are we?
I
I
don't
think we're
know.
just unraveling your life story now, Alex.
True. Any women out there? You're cool. I'm terrified of you. Pog.
Of all the things said on this podcast, that wasn't the most relatable one.
But women are different from girls, I'd say. There's a difference. There's a difference. Just as like boys are different from men. There are a lot of people who claim they are men. They are boys. You follow?
I follow.
You follow.
I follow, of course.
There are a lot of chicks claiming they're chickens. They're chicks. That one I didn't follow.
I was kind of following, and then you weren't even following, and then I was certainly not following.
Yeah, if I wasn't following, you must have been following something else.
So what is y'all's favorite chicken in media and pop culture? Because I personally certainly have mine.
I speak from the heart, as I always do. And I might be described as cringe or based. It's gotta be the chicken from Despicable Me 2. The one that's like very round and like violent.
Mhm.
And when Gru tries to steal that one guy's salsa recipe, and the guard dog
Yeah.
chicken,
I got you. Yeah.
that one always stuck with me.
You know, I think I might have to continue the... You know, I can't think of many chickens, to be completely honest. The one that comes to mind is the chicken mascot that Peter Griffin from Family Guy is always getting in fights with. I don't know if you've seen these scenes, but they just always, as soon as they see each other, just start fighting. And I see it a decent amount across the social media pages. And like, it's pretty funny. But I'm sure there's a better chicken mascot. It's just gonna take me a minute maybe. Or I might not think of one at all. We don't really know.
On the note of chickens and fighting, my favorite chicken personally comes from the Rocky movies, in which Rocky Balboa chases some chickens for in one of his many training montages.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, it to me it shows the resilience and power of the chicken that even a top boxer has to contend with the chicken to truly be prepared for what this world has to offer.
I'm not in any sort of like martial arts or combatant, but there's like monkey stance, crane stance. I don't remember chicken stance.
I remember the chicken dance,
Ooh.
but not the stance.
Chicken dance. What a callback. Has the chicken dance died? I haven't heard much from the chicken dance in recency.
I don't know. I'll be honest, it's been a minute since I've seen someone bust the chicken dance out.
I think I can date it back to circa 2015 when Charlie Brown in the animated Peanuts film whipped out the old chicken dance. And like, I know the film was like portraying that as funny and like Charlie Brown doesn't know how to dance. I think he kind of pulled it off. He was looking.
I would agree.
He was pulling out the schnastable moves with the old chicken dance.
Oh wait, I have course of. It just came to me like a vision, but I have to say in popular media, my representation of chicken might have to be in the form of a song.
Ooh.
The song might have to be "Chicken Fried" by Zach Brown Band.
Mmm.
I applaud you.
Good on you.
It took a minute for it to come to me, and then it just was so obvious that it's applicable to who I am, of course.
Hindsight is 2020, which, having experienced 2020, only makes that phrase ever more potent.
I'd have to agree.
You know you can hypnotize a chicken by drawing a line on the ground.
I've seen this, yeah.
I did not know that. I've now learned something new.
There's a lot of very simple ways you can hypnotize a chicken.
They are strong in body but weak in mind.
It'd be really funny if I could pull out like 12 examples, but I only know the one. I think it's like you draw a line on the ground, and I don't. Chicken psychologists have not gotten to the root of the issue. I think it's the fact that like chickens don't understand one-dimensionality or two-dimensionality. I don't know. Chicken. Can I do a chicken PSA? Or chick PSA? I saw this and it broke my heart. There was like a cute video of like this lady laying a little baby chick on its back and like petting its tummy. It was like, oh, he's petting the chick to sleep. I was like, oh. Turns out chicks, maybe not chickens, but at least baby chicks, developing young, sweet, puffy baby chicks, their airflow is mostly on the top of their backs. She was suffocating that chick, and she didn't know it. And I was watching and going, oh, that's cute. According at least to the multiple YouTube commenters. So like, this could just be a lie from chicken deniers out there that say like, chicks breathe on their backs. But that's my uneducated chick PSA. Don't ever lay a chick on its back. Bad things happen. Don't do it. I did it, guys. That's my one good deed for the day.
I like this change. I'm a reformed man now.
I've learned another thing that's new today.
I shudder to think of the chicken atrocities that I could have committed in my
Unbeknownst to you even, in your good intentions to pet that young chick's sweet head to sleep.
Alex, you said something that made me really think. You said, of course, chicken deniers. But what if we subscribe to the theory that no birds are real?
Perhaps they were invented
By the government.
by the bourgeoisie.
All along.
They do work for them. But what have we been being fed this whole time if the birds are not real?
What if the meat is real, but the birds that we see are just facsimiles of the real ones?
We've got like small. So are these facsimiles? Do they look very similar to birds? Has the government been hiding all the real birds in Mount Rushmore, or do these birds look nothing like the birds we know and love today, or maybe know and fear?
I'd have no way to tell. I've never seen the inside of Mount Rushmore.
You know, they say like, it tastes like chicken. Maybe chicken is an amalgamation of all those meats that we think taste like chicken, and that's why everything tastes like chicken. It's because birds aren't real. All invented by the bourgeoisie. It's why they sit on the telephone lines to recharge. Chickens in specific.
Mm-hmm.
That's why chickens, when they see the line, they stop, because it's like the Wi-Fi goes down.
Yeah.
The signal's down, so they're just like reloading. It's just buffering. So, do all the chicken farmers then work for the government? Is Chicken Incorporated really just government branch? The CIA, the C in CIA stands for chicken.
Chicken Intelligence Agency.
I find this feasible.
I could believe it. I could believe it. But it's all birds. If all birds were invented by the government, what's with the ostrich? That one's a bit of a far-fetched one. Come on, guys. Is that really a bird? That one's a weird one.
Bird. It's used for transport.
That's the tank of bird equivalents. You could hide a bomb in an ostrich's throat, like a tall, skinny bomb.
Because, I mean, it's probably hollow on the inside. It's just a transport.
Yeah. What are they transporting in a bird seed?
They must satiate the chickens that they have trapped. The real ones, at least.
They're just buying their silence with birdseed.
They've built a robot bird equivalent to transport bird seed to quiet the real birds, rather than just like incorporating fake birds among real birds. No, that pans out in my mind.
It adds up.
This makes perfect sense.
All of the numbers are clicking, all of the synapses are linking. It's all coming together.
The more I think about it, though, the more I realize there's so many references to chicken that we use. Like, whenever someone has bad writing, you say it's like, oh, that's chicken scratch. Like, why do people keep giving chicken such a bad name? Why do chickens have to write bad?
What if we're the chickens? What if the government is hiding us from ourselves?
Oh my gosh. Like we're in the Matrix.
And that's why we use
Chicken
chicken for so much.
Do you take the red chicken or the blue chicken? We can see how far this goes.
The chicken coop goes.
And then hear me out here. Just to continue playing this theory. What if chicken was used to explain being cowardly because the government is trying to give a negative perspective on chickens, so that if we ever found out we were being hidden from ourselves, we would think downly upon ourselves. They're trying to put a stigma against chicken.
They're trying to press down all the chicken truthers.
They are.
And they really want those chicken deniers to pull through in the end.
How have we been blind for so long?
I was a fool. A fool.
And then the chickens can't fly because they're trying to keep us think that we're grounded in the truth, like the chickens are grounded. It just keeps going on there. There's no end to it.
Just keeps rolling and rolling and descending and descending.
And that's why they had to fake the moon landing.
Right, cause the chickens kept telling us about the moon and why we should be there, and they were like, "Oh right, the rabbit hole keeps getting thicker. Fake the moon landing, keep the people from knowing about the chickens were hiding in Mount Rushmore. Cover it up with a big geyser that's not real at all. The noise covers up all the chicken sounds. Oh yeah. It's all coming together.
This theory's just too much for me, man. I need to go on to simpler manners. What
You
do
need
y'all
that-
think of
You need that blue pill.
Peeps for Easter? Little chicken candy marshmallow things.
Okay. Oh, we can talk chicken denier. Peeps. They're cute. I like them. They're kind of like a I don't know, like a CD tier candy. They're not amazing. I could eat like maybe 3 of them, but it's like they're pretty good. They're just not like great.
I definitely like them. There's not a lot of food that I don't like, but I think it also helps in my appreciation of them that they're such a seasonal candy.
That's definitely true. What is Peeps doing like the rest of the year? Like,
I think they've tried to reach out into other holidays, but I don't think it's worked out too well.
no.
What other like holidays? What have they made? Have they made like trees, just like Christmas trees?
I think I have seen before gingerbread man Peeps for Christmas.
They took a chicken and they shoved it into a gingerbread mold.
Is it like a ginger flavored marshmallow? Or is it just marshmallow flavored marshmallow?
Potentially? I don't remember that far back. It was a hot minute ago.
I think maybe Peeps could really get their footing in the market with like some really niche it's like celebratory, like Arbor Day Peeps.
I could
Like-
vibe with some Arbor Day Peeps.
Cause like, what other candies are you gonna get for Arbor Day? Are there Arbor Day M&Ms? Probably not. Yeah, like, I can't think of any other niche holidays.
You know what I would want to see? A Labor Day, build your own DIY Peeps. Like, you get to make your own Peeps.
Does that just come with a sheet of marshmallow that you cut to your mold?
It's one flat white rectangle, and they didn't have the molds broke down at the factory. So I was thinking like it's just a head and a body. Like how many parts to a peep are there? Isn't it just the one?
I mean, yeah, but then you can cut out and make whatever Peep you want. Whatever most symbolizes the Peep life to you.
We have descended into insanity. Like a build your own, oh my god, like a build your own square. They give you a square, build your own, make it yourself. It's already, I did it. It's a square. But you can make the square to your liking now.
Yeah, you can make it whatever dimensions of a square you wanted.
And based on the demand of Peeps outside of Easter, people are really, really hungry for a Peep that's their own. Not just Easter themed.
They don't want corporate manufactured Peeps. They want
No.
personal Peeps.
They want edgy Peeps. Peeps that say the kind of things they want to hear. Yeah. Corduroy high heels. They're still in fashion. That's what I want my Peeps to be. That's the message I want my Peeps to say, and I can't get corporate USA to agree with me. Ooh.
So
What is the...
no.
No. No.
No,
I changed my mind. Will you go?
I can.
Yeah, you go. I'll remember it. You can go.
Playing chicken with our words. I didn't even just
No, you hang up.
you hang up.
No, you hang up.
So what all experiences have y'all had like with actual chickens? Like, and then there's not a ton of chickens at like petting zoos and stuff. So how often have you actually gotten to see a real life chicken?
Maybe like one. No, you hang up.
Oh, I was just gonna say, I think that the Adams have chickens, and I think I've taken care of their pets before, so I'm pretty sure I've taken care of their chickens. But that might be it.
I forgot my grandmother had chickens. My grandmother had chickens. That was exciting to see Grandma because she had chickens, and you could go get fresh eggs. So I guess actually more often than I thought. That was an important part of my childhood I just redug up that I forgot about. Yeah, Grandma had chickens, and she'd fry us an egg. That was fun times. I don't know how I feel about like, like I'm a pretty modern man. Not to say there's anything wrong with an older lifestyle. I can appreciate the way things were done back then, but I don't think I could kill a chicken. I don't think I could kill anything that's like bigger than my fist. But like, I hear a lot of people whose parents were farmers. It's like, yeah, he just beheaded the chicken right in front of me, whipped out its spine, and moved on like it was nothing. I don't know if I can do that.
That would be a pretty emotionally traumatizing experience for me.
Didn't you like deal with the mummified? This is where I heard about it because of the mummified
Oh,
chicken.
yeah. Dude, that one was rough. Not gonna lie, I was the guy that was sitting by the door in case it got a little too much, and I was like,
Right.
no, I got a skirt.
You had to deal with this firsthand.
Oh yeah, it was traumatic to witness the chicken corpse being handled so irreverently.
Yeah. Bennett, could you kill a chicken?
I'm I might just have to leave it at I'm very thankful that I've never had to.
But if
Yeah, I think if it came down to I needed to eat, like it was my livelihood, I would just have to.
I thought
But
you were
I
gonna
don't
say
like the idea of it.
if it came down to like me or the chicken, one of us gets to live. You would pick the chicken you would sacrifice the chicken.
I mean, if I have to eat, then I think I'd reach a point where I had to, but I'll certainly leave it at I'm thankful that I've never had to.
I'm very thankful for that. Let us sit and acknowledge there are some people that have to do some. I don't even know if they're very dark things. I'm not a big fan of animal cruelty. So maybe not incredibly dark. I think there are some very reasonable farmers, but still, I'm very thankful for my very babied lifestyle where the chicken I see comes in a little styrofoam tray, and I go, oh, look at that pretty chicken. Thank you to our farmers out there. Thank you.
What's up?
Doing the Lord's work.
True. And to our mean farmers out there, you guys suck. Be nice.
Gang,
Don't
gang.
don't harass your animals. Yo.
where would chickens rank on y'all's like want to have them as pets list?
Low.
Yeah.
Nothing against them, but it's like, I don't know. They're not if think legally. There are a lot of pets you can't have legally in the United States of America, for good reason. But that still doesn't mean like I can dream. But like chickens, not super high up there. Ben, are you? No shame. Are you feeling like you want a real chicken in your life?
I mean, I don't think I'd mind having a chicken. I think I'd genuinely enjoy it.
Yeah.
I mean, this is just a recreational chicken, mind you, not actually like a utility chicken. Like I don't have chicken for like eggs and stuff.
You're not.
Solely for joy.
This isn't competitive.
It's not a service chicken, so to speak.
No.
This is the sports car of chicken, not the mom van of chickens.
This is for recreational use only.
What is this chicken named? This recreational chicken.
Good question. Probably Reginald.
Reginald.
What a name.
This is one heck of a recreational chicken.
Oh, I go all out with my chicken. I don't get just any average, ordinary chicken. Only the best.
Of recreational chickens.
Yes.
He's a retired chicken.
Spending his days living them out with me.
Being a real
Two
cutie.
bros, just chilling.
You know, some chickens grow feathers on their feet, and they look like they have like 70s, but not baggy pants, but the pants that fray out at the ends.
Oh,
And
the
have,
bell
like,
bottoms?
Bell bottoms. Some of those chickens, they grow feathers on their feet, and they look like they have bell bottom pants, and that's pretty cute.
That is really cute.
I'm also remembering that some chickens, like very rarely, they get like what are the flubs on their head? The do you know what I'm talking about? Like they've got like the rooster's got the flubs underneath their head, the little chin flubs. But then I hit the mic again. They got the chin flubs, and then I got the head flub. The rooster's got the roosters have the chin flubs. Chickens have the head flubs. All of that to say that some chickens are solid black. They have black feathers and black head flubs and black legs. But that was a real ordeal. That was a real ordeal to get them to that point.
That was a struggle, I'm not gonna lie.
That was a wild ride of words.
There's a lot
Wasn't
of.
sure you were gonna make it through.
I threw a lot of words into the microphone, and only a handful of them connected. I'm thinking faster than I'm talking faster than I'm thinking. My words are buffering. But like full on stealth op chicken, they look pretty cool. They look like they're made of charcoal. And that's a pretty cool chicken. They're sleek. Very modern. That's a very modern looking chicken.
Chickens are kind of bougie, you know? Like, chickens get their own houses. Like, they get a coop. Very few animals get such a classy establishment to live in.
And not only do
It's
they
definitely true. Sorry, Alex, I didn't mean to cut you off.
no, this is part of the adventure. Is just all kind of throwing thoughts into the wall. Anything else, Bennett, you'd like to add?
No, I was just agreeing.
Okay. I will agree and add some more that not only do they have a coop, I'm pretty sure coops named, the name is designated just for chickens. Like, I don't think there's anything, like they had to, the chickens got so bougie a house, they gave it their own name.
And they don't even have to share it with anyone.
No, I don't know about like dog coops. They have dog houses.
Humans have houses too. They ain't nothing special.
It's nice, but it's no chicken coop. Chicken coop with the chicken poop.
You know what does sound really fancy though? Pigs and hogs. Their establishment is called a parlor.
What?
It's gross and disgusting in reality, but it sounds really nice.
I thought they called it a pigsty.
I thought it was a sty as well.
That's just like the grossness.
But they have a parlor?
Yeah, that's
Like
what it's called. I'm pretty maybe sure.
No, you're definitely sure. And I'm going to agree with you.
Definitely sure.
That's cool. Is it kind of like the whole, like, you know, a group of something is named this something?
Yeah.
A group of... But this isn't the group, this is... They live in a parlor? What?
Mm-hmm. I'm pretty sure a hog parlor's a thing. You know what? I'm definitely sure that's a thing.
Wow. I'm impressed at a group of animals that, like, not even a specific group, just a general group. I'm impressed. Jealous, even. So, like, chicken nuggies, chicken tenders, boneless chicken wings.
Yes.
Are they all the same thing? I mean, chicken tenders, I guess, are like longer and not as... I guess a chicken nugget is kind of like you took the tender and you ground it up into a ball. I think? But hot take, and I'm not going to stand, like, I'm not like, this isn't like a firm hot take, but are they all the same thing?
So I have actually given thought to this matter. So my stance on this matter is that boneless wings are chicken nuggets that have wing sauce on them, or some kind of sauce on them. So like the nugget may come with sauce on the side, but the boneless wing is like tossed in your buffalo sauce or your teriyaki sauce, your like sweet and spicy or whatever. So then that's my stance on that, and then I think that the tender is just it's a longer, it would be a longer piece of meat, essentially.
Ben, would you like to weigh in on this matter?
I've been thinking deeply about this in the few moments I've had to contemplate it, but I must say I think that they differ in the aesthetics, and that is what makes them different. Because chicken nuggets are usually just kind of like a blob of fried chicken meat, but most of the boneless chicken wings that I see, they don't look like normal chicken wings, but they're the general same shape as like a normal chicken wing, you know? And so like it looks like they would have a bone in them, but they just kind of don't. And then obviously chicken tenders are just usually like the longer kind of thing. So I think that's what gives them difference.
I think it's a very corporate thing. Like, they wanted to broaden their chicken horizons to an adult standpoint. So they were like, chicken tenders for children, chicken nuggies for children. Boneless chicken wings are for the modern man. You don't have time for bones with your wings anymore. Get your boneless chicken wings from Arby's. Speaking of corporate and chicken, the chicken wars. I think we touched on this, right? The chicken wars.
Yeah.
Very briefly.
I didn't
yes.
realize that was a thing. It's a thing. It's not like not the lizard and chicken wars. Wrong chicken war. It's a hyperbolic exaggeration of companies, fast food companies, trying to vie for their consumers' attention in the chicken wars. I believe Popeyes, despite not being the first person to invent the chicken sandwich, at least claimed by Chick-fil-A, I think Popeyes kind of opened the door for, like, we make chicken. Yeah, we may not be the first, but we make the best chicken sandwich. And then I want to say maybe KFC threw their hat in the ring, and then maybe Wendy's too. I feel like a lot of people have tried to, like, I know this because of a different podcast. And if you know, you know. If you don't know, it's fine. You don't have to know. But I feel like Bojangles even. Bojangles out of left field was like, no guys, we have the best chicken sandwich. We can stop the wars. We did it. Oh, Bojangles.
Yeah, I really think it's just about every restaurant has this. I've also dabbled a little in my knowledge of the chicken wars. Like, Burger King's done it.
Burger King. Yeah.
It's just about everywhere.
I think for a brief moment, Lowe's dabbled in the chicken wars. Everybody was trying to find their footing.
It was battered in sawdust.
I mean, Zaxby's even went so far as to bring out chicken flush.
That is
Chicken
true.
chicken what? Fries?
Chicken flush. It's essentially, well, I don't know how to describe this in the glory that it truly holds, but it's essentially camouflage, but with chickens as the pattern.
So you can hide in a field of chickens?
Essentially, a Zaxby's employee would not be seen among the chickens.
Or I guess what I'm curious is, like, camouflage doesn't work if you're in the wrong environment. Does chicken flage, like, if you're not in a group of chickens, do you look like a group of chickens? Or does the camouflage have to be in its environment to work properly?
You know, I've only heard rumors, but something as powerful as chicken flush seems as though it might just really blend you in anywhere you go.
I think in the delirium of midnight, if the Trojans had made a Trojan chicken, that would have been a lot cooler. Cause, like, they could have, like, all gathered up in, like, the egg. They could have, like, made an egg, and then, like, you know, when it was, like, in midnight, or, like, maybe in, like, a middle of a party or something, like, yo, the Trojans gave up and they built us this big, huge chicken to say what chickens they are. Wait, it's about to poop out an egg. Maybe it's full of gold, and then, like, it slams to the ground. It's got the Trojans in it. That would have been really cool. Nothing wrong with the Trojan horse, but we can improve. We can do better.
We can. I would have to agree.
The Trojan chicken, it's got moves.
It really would have been such a great improvement. Horse is boring. Like, you're not gonna get anywhere with a horse. The chicken's such a
better options. You gotta wonder How much time is it gonna take before that works again? Like, we know about the Trojan horse, but like, maybe if we have 10,000 years on this earth, you think it happens again?
I kind of hope it does.
That was funnier in my mind. In my mind, that was funnier. And then you guys were like, yeah. I was like, wait, that's not as funny as I thought.
I don't know if it could happen, but it'd be fun to see it happen. That'd be for sure. Because then we just kind of get to like clown whoever did it and be like, "Ah, you fell for literally the oldest trick in the book.
You stupid." I forgot. The Trojan horse is like it's a technological, or it's like a virus thing. They call them Trojan horses, or like it's a way of installing viruses on your computer by getting you to like download this piece of software that makes it easier for other softwares to get in. So I guess Trojan horses they've upgraded, they've digitized.
A modern man's Trojan horse, if you will.
Yeah, that's a real thing. That's what they call them. They call them Trojan horses.
It's just the next wave of warfare, like Mr. Cox told us.
Truly.
The next phase.
Shout out to our history teacher, Mr. Cox. Very cool. Cool man.
What's up?
I hope that man's doing well.
I hope he's listening to us right now.
Mr. Cox, if you're out there, just, I don't know, blink your eyes twice or something. We'll know.
I think you blinked.
I heard it. Do you guys eat a lot of stuffing? Which is, well, I guess that's turkey, less so chicken. But I don't know. I've always feared salmonella from stuffing, which is a traditional southern dish in which you put like cornbread and other like vegetables into a raw chicken inside it, or I guess it's sometimes a partially cooked chicken, and they let the juices seep into the bread and stuff. But like, if that stuffing don't get cooked, you could call it salmonella tuffing. Funny. I've never gotten it from stuffing because I've never eaten stuffing. So
I heavily associate it with turkey. I'm not gonna lie to you.
That's fair.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I really don't fear salmonella to begin with, just because I'd always heard don't eat cookie dough because of salmonella, and I'm not gonna lie to you, there's nothing that's gonna stop me from eating cookie dough, so I haven't died yet.
Raw cookie dough is pretty bussin'. That stuff is pretty bussin'.
We have some in our fridge right now.
We do. I'm tempted to go get some. I'm not gonna lie.
Ben, would you please be my guest? Go get some. Go have your midnight snack.
I don't really want to leave my bed though. I'm quite comfortable.
That's fair. I could go bring it to you.
Aww.
Oh. Then I truly wouldn't wanna. I wouldn't wanna impose that upon you.
So kind.
So kind and caring. Bennett, I heard some kind of noise. I think that was the microphone scratching against your amazing facial hair.
It definitely just fell out of my ear. Like the earbud just straight up fell out.
It dipped.
Yeah, I said I'm done, and then just fell onto my pillow. But it's back in now, so back in better than ever.
I think we always struggle to find great ways to end our time here because it's just so enjoyable. But to finish it off, what if you had your day in the sun in chicken fashion? What would you bring towards chicken fashion? I've seen like great chicken sweaters for like because it gets cold. What would you guys add to the chicken fashion industry?
Personally, I'm going to go with some chicken boots. Specifically, like, I'm talking leather boots. And
Hmm?
I want these boots to also have spurs on them. Because many chickens are working chickens. They're on farms.
Oh yeah.
And I feel like it just really fits the aesthetic, you know?
But they don't have horses to go alongside those spurs.
I mean, we can give them horses. They make miniature horses for a reason, you know?
No, like a full-size horse. And we put the little chicken on the full-size horse.
You can't tell me that wouldn't be adorable.
That'd be really funny and cute. That'd be funny and cute. Bennett, what do you add? What do you add into the chicken fashion industry?
So am I guess I'm gonna have to ask. I'm designing fashion for the chicken.
Yes, not
It's not
chicken.
chicken themed fashion.
No, we've got chicken. Chicken flash. We're good.
That's true. That's true. I think then I might go to the more ironic side of chickenry, and maybe design a flight helmet for a chicken.
Oh, but they look cute though.
They
That-
look very cute with the little like flight goggles and the little leather helmet.
I don't like it.
While
like
also comically pointing out the fact that chickens don't fly.
That's funny. Very, very, very not adjacent to that, but close enough because I want to brag a little. I bragged a little to Ben, and this might not make sense to you, Bennett, but we talked about in the pony episode, like pony VR, cows. Farmers in Moscow are putting VR headsets on cows because it's so cold in Moscow and showing imagery of like warm green pastures, and it's making them produce more milk. We are ahead of our game. So maybe your flight helmets, Bennett, will inspire these chickens.
To
To-
learn how to fly,
They've got the motor skills for it. They got the bird. They could do it.
they could.
And actually, they don't fly, but and now that I think about it, they get some good airtime though.
Yeah.
Like a running chicken, they can flap around much better than I can.
It's true.
To wrap us up, probably chicken piercings, like like a nice good gold ring and like a chicken nose. I don't know, or like in the chicken talons, like I don't know, like a little stud or something.
I like it.
It'd be really interesting, like if the stud was in there nice enough, they could like magnetize it and like stick the chicken. They could like if there was like a couple chickens they wanted to separate out, needle and haystack kind of thing. Like you just get yourself a magnet, bing, pull the chickens to the top, and that's it. That's been the Midnight Oil, folks. Thank you for joining us on this chicken conversion therapy journey. Bennett, thanks for coming on the show. It's been a pleasure to have you.
Thank you for having me. It's been a pleasure to be here.
Thank you for showing up. Thank you to Eugene's Hot Chicken for not suing us for just saying their name so much. If you guys are in the Birmingham area, I cannot recommend a better chicken place. Neither can Bennett. Ben could, but you know, shh, don't tell
But
him.
he likes it grilled.
They don't do grilled chicken at Eugene's, do they?
They do.
It's
They
really
do.
It's good grilled chicken.
fantastic.
Oh.
But I'm in the mindset of when I go to Eugene's that I've already conceded I'm just going to be eating lots of fried food.
Also, happy birthday to my brother. I took him to Eugene's for his birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Yeah. Good old Asher. May he be on the podcast one day. May he be on the podcast one day.
One day.
Of course, when this posts, it will not be his birthday. Well, Mr. Steenwyk, people know where they can find us. You know, me and Ben, we're just famous. Ben, where can they find you on the social medias and the interwebs?
Well, so, if you liked what you heard today from me, you can find me at Bennett_Steenwyk on the gram. Or if you're so inclined, you could add me at just B_Steenwyk on the snap.
Ooh, that's a bold offer. Take it up while you can get it, folks.
We diversified my portfolio upon my arrival at college and added Snapchat.
Look at you, Bennett. You're a modern man.
I aspire.
Hang clean.
Hang clean.
Hang clean, you fine gentlemen.